Hey there, Saints. Pastor Dave here with another weekly devotional for you this Wednesday. I'm going to start with another reading from Sarah Arthur's 1 Year Daily Grind. And last week, if you watched the video, we talked about stories, our own lives' stories, and kind of if we think about our life as a book that others are reading, what's the story that they're hearing? What would the title of that book be? So this one, that's a continuation of that idea, is called The Deletion Business. People often ask me what it's like to be a writer. I haven't yet come up with a good answer. Sometimes it feels like being a gardener or a farmer. You throw a bunch of stuff out there and see what grows and what doesn't. And then you spend the rest of your time yanking up weeds and pruning everything back. It's an organic process that takes a good deal of hard work, including cutting out stuff that really shouldn't be there, such as annoying adverbs, and thinning good growth that you'd rather not get rid of, such as interesting little tangents. With most of my manuscripts, if I were to include everything I could think of about the topic I'm working on, I suppose my laptop itself could not contain the words that would be written, especially if I think every word is pure brilliance. But a book that size would be unbearable. It would be rambling. It would be downright awful in spots. Critics would rant about how the author couldn't keep to the point. For any book to be successful, it must have a clear sense of its purpose and direction. Everything extra must be cut. So while writers are in the writing business, they're also in the deletion business, rather like Christians, come to think of it. Our main vocation is to tell the story of Jesus to the world by our actions and words, and this includes deleting those things that hinder readers of our lives from discerning our main theme, stuff like sin, to use an obvious example. What have you cut out lately? Saints, I don't know if you've ever been reading a book or maybe watching a movie and you got to the point where you said, I just can't follow this. It doesn't make sense. I don't know what the point is or what they're trying to convey. This thing really needed an editor to kind of cut out some of the extraneous junk. If it's happened to you, then maybe you understand what Sarah is getting at here, that sometimes our lives are just too filled with things that aren't really part of our purpose or aren't really the main point. You know, sometimes we see others around us who are getting into other things, who are really invested in, a TV show, a sport, a political argument, who are really invested in the pursuit of corporate success, of material success. And those things are filling up their lives. And we think, well, that's what normal people are doing. That's what I should be doing too. They start filling up our lives. And that stuff can really start to get in the way of the core Christian story that our lives should be telling. Again, if you think about last week, what is the main theme of a Christian's life? It is to point people towards Jesus. It is to reflect Jesus to the world. And when our lives get too full of other things, that can be distracting, can't it? That can kind of confuse people who are looking at us and wondering, well, what here is about Jesus and what here is just about the person themselves? I wonder if you ever think about the things that might be cut from your life. If you had a good editor who was trying to help you tell the Jesus story more clearly, what are those things that you might have to accept just aren't really helpful? They're getting in the way. Saints, that's your devotional for this week. I hope it's something worth thinking about. And I hope you are doing well and staying healthy. I hope you'll be praying for me. I'll keep praying for you. And I will see you again soon. Y'all take care.